these aren't the only 5 by any means, right?
5 Fact Friday.
5 Fact Friday. I'm Charlie Lambden, and it is 5 Fact Friday.
Happy Friday, the 22nd of September, everybody. Welcome to a quick lunchtime 5 Fact Friday. I hope you got your lunch with you. I've got mine with you.
I just had my lunch.
This is my daughter Clara.
Hi. Hello.
And my son Archie. And without further ado, I was hoping to have Stiggy on today, but I'm not sure he's feeling too great. So without further ado, let's just get into this week's 5 Facts. Now, a reminder, especially for everyone who's new, is that these are 5 verifiable events that have happened in the last 7 days that, in my view, are the most significant things affecting the housing market. You may or may not agree. And I'm not going to express too much opinion about them, but I'll just run through them. So let's go straight away for the first news of the week, which was Land Registry announcing house prices. Get it up on the screen and share it with you. Okay, so main point here is that, and by the way, the links to all of these are below if you're watching on YouTube or LinkedIn or Facebook. On Twitter, I'll post the links underneath the tweet where you're watching this later. Fact number 1, the ONS reported that the Land Registry's average UK house prices increased by 0.6% in the 12 months to July. By the way, provisional estimate, it says. Really important to remember that. They revise these figures a lot later. However, this caused some confusion. Prices going up. Remember, this is for completions registered in July, which was 2 months ago. And those completions were for deals agreed on average 5 months earlier, so January, February time. Okay, so yes, no doubting that those are the provisional estimate numbers for July completions, but they are typically a very small sample. It's not all of them, and it is reporting what was happening in the housing market about 8 months, 9 months earlier. When you factor in the reporting time lag, as we're now in September, and go back to January, February, it's 8 or 9 months ago. That's fact number 1. Fact number 2, which we don't cover very often, is rental prices. And they have begun publishing an index of private housing rental prices in the UK as well. And the main point here was that private rental prices paid by tenants in the UK rose by 5.5% in the 12 months to August, which was up from 5.3% in the 12 months to July the month before. So that shows a slight acceleration in rental increases year on year. Remember that year on year does not tell you what's happening at the front line of the coalface. I think there are some local areas where rents have already started to come down. I think we're at the peak. I think that the year on year figures are always late to report falls. But it's interesting that they're reporting rents up by 5.5% year on year, when in other areas and other industry sources are saying, no, it's 12%, it's 15%, it's whatever it might be. It's interesting. I don't know. I haven't got myself familiar with exactly what this is measuring. Is it just new rentals or what their source of data is? But it's still interesting to see that. So that's fact number 2. Rents are up. Private rental prices on average rose by 5.5% in the 12 months to August. Next one is, of course, the consumer price inflation. It's all from the ONS this week. Lots of ONS stuff. And the Consumer Prices Index, including owner-occupiers' housing costs, CPIH, rose by 6.3% in the 12 months to August, down from 6.4% in July. Everyone went, down, yay, down, unexpected, brilliant news. I mean, it's not going up is good news, not staying the same. Not going up and staying the same is good news. Going down is always good news, but it's a teeny tiny piece of good news. A lot of people think that is why the Bank of England decided not to change its interest rates. I suspect that decision may already have been taken earlier. We'll never know. That's pure speculation. But let me stick to the facts. This is not Speculation Friday, it's 5 Fact Friday. So the fact is that the ONS reported inflation dropped by 0.1% to 6.3% in the 12 months to August. So make of that what you will, right? Is it high? Is it low? Is it changing fast enough or not? That's just a fact. Inflation is still more than 3 times the government's target for it, the Bank of England's target for it. Next story up is the gas boiler ban has been delayed by 10 years. So Rishi Sunak announced yesterday a whole chain, pushing back a bunch of green policies. And in a nutshell, what is saying is that the ban that was due to come in 2026 has now been pushed back to 2035. So people will be able to continue installing gas boilers for another 10 years more than was thought. That's a big deal. And also he talked about the fact that houses that are off the gas mains will be exempt from being forced to have newer, better boilers put in as well. Those are 2 quite good things. And also, the other thing that was reported is that they're going to scrap the EPC C rating as a minimum for properties. I need to see the confirmation of that because it's a bit vague because it's still in the legislation going through Parliament. So that's quite a big U-turn if it's true. But there we go. And I've actually got 6 facts today. Here's number 5, which I thought was really a big deal. Hidden away within today's UK price data was the mortgage interest component of RPI, retail price inflation, up. So this is mortgage interest, not mortgage payments, but just mortgage interest. So it excludes mortgage repayment part of what you're paying every month. But the interest component is up 60% year on year for the first time since July 1989. Now look at this graph. Okay, bearing in mind that affordability is everything when it comes to the housing market. Look at this graph and look at the last time it was that high was back in 1989. Okay, so it got nowhere near that high in 2008. So I think that is something that's not being reported enough. Something that's really relevant and is one of the reasons why we have not yet seen the effect of the shock of mortgage rate interest. And there are, I think, another 500,000 mortgages due to end December, January time. The fixed rate's going to end. So I think the real pain is going to start to actually be shown more in the early 2024. Shut up, Charlie. This isn't Opinion Friday. It's 5 Fact Friday. Shut up and get on with the facts. That's fact number 5. Bonus fact number 6 came out this morning. Fresh news that retail sales, so this is again ONS, right? Retail sales Great Britain August 2023. Retail sales volumes are estimated to have risen by 0.4% in August. Now, the key word in that sentence is volumes. Okay, it doesn't mean so. If you scroll down on that page, go and have a look at it, right? Check out that graph there and look at the difference between how much we're spending and how much we're getting. Here's the graph that tells you what you need to know. So on that graph, you can see the dark blue line is how much we're spending, okay? The value of money that we're spending, and it is not inflation adjusted, to my knowledge. Correct me if I'm wrong. The light blue line is how much we're getting for that money. And as that gap diverges that way, it means we're getting less and less from money. We're getting poorer and poorer, basically. So we're buying less stuff, although it's 0.4% up on July. That was down 1.1%, I think. We're buying less stuff but paying more for it. We bought marginally more stuff in August than we did in July, but July had quite a big drop like that and then up a bit. Make of that what you will. To me, this is a very, very strong signal of what's coming for the economy. Right. How long are we going? Nearly 10 minutes. I'm going to wrap it up soon, but any quick questions? We'll say hello to anyone who's here. Hello, Rocco, Ditchheads, Jon Snow, Chris, Tom, 1900 Rash, Amir. Thanks, guys. Tea Lady. Thanks for turning up. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye, guys.